I'm a spiritual being trapped inside of man-made laws and governed and trapped within the laws of physics. I'm held down by gravity. I'm confined by space and time, which controls my perception. Yet, I'm not limited in my mind to these things, but yet and still, I am trapped in the world of these things. I must drive a certain speed, or else I will be ticketed. I must stop at the red light. I must pay taxes. I must do all of these things inside of this man-made world that I find myself trapped in. Though I'm not limited to, this is my reality. Trapped inside of a world that's revolving around the sun and its gravitational pull upon my body and the celestial body that I live upon. This is the reality of my existence on this earth, on this realm of reality. Though I am not limited to this reality in mind, but in my physical composition, this is where I find myself. I am in prison. I am living the prison nature. There's no way to circumvent that fact. There's no way to deny that fact. I am a prisoner. I am a prisoner of my own thoughts, my man-made thoughts that I have, that's not even of myself. The words I use, my mind is contained by somebody else's description of reality and what reality should be. Confined to a world where everything was predetermined before I was even born. The borders that surround me, my height, my hair texture, my blood type, all of these things are like a prison uniform given to a person upon entry into this realm. You can consider me the bubble boy. I live in a spherical atmosphere, which is nothing but a bubble. When I was a sperm, I traveled through a tunnel of darkness, and I ended up from one cell and transported into another cell. And upon my release date, after being briefed for 9 months, developing all of the components I would need in order to live this prison life, they released me into the regular population. As if I was in a county jail waiting to get on the bus to be hauled off to the state prison. When I was born, that's when I was hauled off into the state prison and put into the regular population with the rest of the inmates. We were all given serial numbers, just like any other prisoner, badges of honor that we must use in every venue in life, just like in prison. Everything I sign up for, they're asking me for my prisoner ID card, as if my face wasn't enough, just like in prison. There is no trust, just like in prison. You don't trust me, so you ask me for a card. No trust whatsoever. So how could this not be prison? Everything I do is recorded, and everything I say can be used against me. How can this not be prison? When I am watched 24/7, surveillance cameras on every corner. I can't buy, sell, or trade without the authorization of the prison warden. Not only is this like prison, it's also like school. The students are the regular citizens. The teacher, well, she's like the mayor in her classroom. The principal, he's like the dictator. And the vice principal and the rest of the board of directors staff, it's like the House, the Senate, and the Congress. The hall monitor is like the police who stop you and ask you where's your hall pass. The hall pass is your driver's license. Yes, how can I not say that this is not prison? We live a prison lifestyle. So consider me the bubble boy, living in a bubble. Anything I say could incriminate me, just like in prison. They monitor and censor everything we do, just like in prison. So how could I not say that this is not prison? How could I say that this is not prison? If I jump up, I'm pulled right back down to the ground. I'm chained to the earth by an invisible force that they call gravity. What a beautiful creation of imprisonment. So beautiful, it didn't even want us to think that we was in prison. So it created gravity. Put us in chains that you can't see, so we wouldn't think we was in prison. So we wouldn't want to escape, because you wouldn't even think you was in prison. It gave us false notions of freedom called democracy. So you would think that you're really exercising a right, a freedom. What a grand illusion this is. There had to be a genius to come up with all of this. Because at times, even I'm tricked by it. And I know that you can attest to what I'm saying. You got to give them credit. Let's not hate. You got to give them credit. This is the greatest invention ever. Humanity. It's the greatest form of imprisonment ever. We just brushing the surface of what this is all about. We just really cracking the first layer. We really just scratching the first coating. It's so many more layers to this thing that we call life. This is just a rehearsal. I haven't said nothing yet. You haven't learned anything yet. I'm so convinced that this is a prison that I even question some of the escapes in my mind that I've created. What if the escape leads to another prison? Because this prison that they created is so complex. But one thing I never doubt is that single energy that is undescribable, but you know that is real. And that's the point that I'm speaking from now. I don't got all the answers. I don't got all the words to express everything. I don't think you ever can. But I know one thing, and one thing for sure. This world is not right. This world is a prison. And I'm a bubble boy living inside of a bubble. Presently, as you hear this, you are spinning around so fast you don't even realize it. The day comes and it goes. Time is ticking on the clock, and you never are cognizant of how much time is going by every day. But yet, they don't tell you how to escape. You can live this whole life, and they would never tell you how to escape from this. Time just going to keep ticking. Tick, tock. Tick, tock. Tick, tock. Tick, tock. And every day, you're waking up with those same questions in your mind. Scratching your head. Scratching your head because you are only scratching the surface. When you're scratching your head, it symbolizes that you are just scratching the surface of what this is all about. You are agonizing on the day that you can finally be free. That's the root of all of your negative feelings. No matter what other thing you want to call it, the root of all of your negative feelings lies in the question, when will all of this cease to be? When will this be over? When can I finally look back at this and say, I never want to go back to this dream again? This life of ups and downs, twists and turns, just like a roller coaster. A life of unsurety. A life where trust is just a 5-letter word. And every time you trust somebody, that trust comes back and it smacks you in the face and laughs at you. You trusted me. You trusted me. You loved me. Just come back and laugh in your face. each and every time. This is Left Side of the Brain signing out.